What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman, the third of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to, you guessed it, the Rob Westerman Show. You can find me all over social media at GBP Daily, and if you are not already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. It would really help me out, and I would appreciate it a ton. It is Friday, October 25th. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you had a great week. We are just 2 days out from Packers Jaguars down in Jacksonville. It is going to be a fun one, and getting a win, I believe, puts us in second place in the division because, as you guys may know, last night the Vikings lost to the Rams 30-20, and any day, any week that the Vikings lose, it is a great one. And in this case, for this week, they have lost twice in the last 4 or 5 days. Now, the missed face mask call was absolutely inexcusable, I know, and should have probably been called 100%. It should have been called. But you're not going to find me complaining too much. I don't think they probably would have went down and scored that and got a 2-point conversion to tie it up. They were down 28-20 at that point. But hey, you never know. They very well could have. If I'm a Vikings fan, I'm absolutely sick about how that game ended last night. But thankfully, I am not a Vikings fan for many reasons. So on to the Packers, a real team, right? Robert Saleh was seen yesterday rocking some Packers gear at practice. And as we know, he will be consulting with the team this week. I'm not sure how long exactly that he'll stick around, but definitely interesting to see that unfold the last 2 days or so. We saw on Wednesday he was at practice. Coach talked afterwards saying he was going to be an offensive consultant, sort of help out that side of the ball on how opposing defenses kind of might attack them. So good to see that. Other news, Devontae Wyatt, he's practicing this week in a limited capacity after missing the last few games due to an ankle injury. And he also said after practice on Tuesday that he should be able to go. And yeah, that'll be a huge boost to our defensive front this Sunday down in Jacksonville. So you love to see that. It looked pretty nasty when Devontae got hurt, and he's been in a walking boot outside of this week. And we thought maybe he was going to be hitting IR, but thankfully that was not the case, and he's back on the field. Hopefully he'll be able to go this Sunday. Rashawn Gary, he moved into 10th place all time on the Packers sack list with his sack against the Texans on Sunday. He hasn't had the best of year. He, in fact, has had a pretty poor year. So here's to hoping that he gets rolling because we need him and are definitely going to need him down the stretch. Let's hop in the chat, shall we? The sole reason of why I'm here. 1 second here. And as always, if you want to hop on the show, be a part of the show, give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline. Numbers on the screen, 319-242-2332. Give me a call, join the show. A lot of regulars in here that I have not received a call from. Give me a call, join the show. Let's chat some Packers on the Nicolet Law hotline, 319-242-2332. I'm taking your calls right now. Let's talk some Packers. My man Rakeem in the chat. Even though this is irrelevant, but excited to see Hopkins' debut with the Chiefs. I feel like this is an opportunity for him to show that he still has it. But anyways, excited for Packers football. Absolutely agree. Rakeem, yeah, he decided to go to the Titans a couple years back. Not sure why. And now he is with the Chiefs, of course. So, yeah, DeAndre Hopkins, I think he's still got it. Thank you, Rakeem, for hopping in the chat. My man, Devin, what's going on, man? Good morning. Happy Friday. Have you heard any trade talk? I have not heard any trade talk. I don't expect them to make any moves as we're just kind of seasoned as Packer fans to accept that fate. Although we did get rid of Rasul Douglas last year for a third rounder, and that ended up working out pretty good. Although Rasul is a beast, and I loved him on the Packers. But yeah, I don't see anything happening this year, barring any crazy injuries along those fronts. And if there were some injuries happening, maybe they'll go shopping. But I don't think they'll be sellers. I don't think they'll be shoppers. But what do I know? I'm just a fan like you, my man, hanging out, talking some Packers. I appreciate you hopping in the chat, my man. Have a good Friday. Eviction game. Rob, what's up, my brother? Been working. Beat Houston. Now on to the Jags. Green Bay or no way. Love you, brother. Hey, love you, my man. Thanks for hopping in the chat. Green Bay or no way. That's the motto, and I'm sticking with it. Have yourself a great Friday. Jesse in the chat. Packers starting to get hot as the Vikings are cooling off. Love to see it. Yeah, Jesse, I was definitely rooting for the Rams hard last night. However, the Rams might just go on a little run here themselves. And although we beat them a couple weeks back, they were pretty injured. Didn't have Puka Nacua, didn't have Cooper Kupp, didn't have a couple guys in their offensive line. But they'll be a dangerous team come playoff time if they keep playing like they did last night. Matthew Stafford, 4 touchdown passes. He looked pretty good. Another NFC team that is looking pretty solid after a slow start. The Vikings, on the other hand, are now 5-2. Not time to hit the panic button if you're a Vikings fan, I don't think. But same record as us. If we can beat the Jaguars this Sunday, we'll be sitting at 6-2 and in second place to the Lions, who we will play the following week before our bye. So, yeah, that Lions game in a week and a half is shaping out to be a big one. But as we all should be doing, I'm going to be focusing solely on the Jaguars because they are no slouch either, even though they are 2-5. Coach LaFleur was talking about it a couple days ago. They're just a few points away from being 5-2. So I'm a big, your record is who you are type of guy. But in this instance, I think they've lost a game by 3 points. They lost a game by 4 points, and they lost a game by 5 points. So they're 12 points away from being 5-2. Instead, they are 2-5. Not looking the best, but Trevor Lawrence in the offense has been playing a lot better the last 3 weeks. So hopefully we can come out ready to roll Sunday for a noon game down in Jacksonville, Florida. We haven't had the best of experiences down in Florida over the past few years. Our last game in that stadium was a 38-3 loss to the Saints. So, yeah, let's right our wrongs there as far as that stadium goes. Appreciate you, Jesse. Have yourself a great Friday. Vader fan over on Instagram. Can't be drunk off last week's win against the top AFC team. New week. Let's complete the AFC South sweep. I am with you 100%. We can't be sleeping this weekend. Can't be sleepwalking coming out of this game. And, yeah, we got to come out ready to roll because I know the Jaguars are. They're 2-5. They're scratching to stay alive, and they've got nothing to lose. So they got to win. It's a must-win game for them, and they're going to play like it. So hopefully we play like it too, Vader fan. I appreciate you hopping in the chat. My man Quan's in the chat as well. Please get Myles Garrett. Unfortunately, Quan, I don't think that is happening. I would love it. Sure, absolutely. But I don't think the Packers are getting rid of their first-round draft pick from next year. And although I don't think it has anything to do with having the draft in Green Bay, I would like to see the Packers have a first-round draft pick when we do host the draft come April. So would I love Myles Garrett on the Packers? Absolutely. Would any fan, any team love Myles Garrett on their team? Yes, that dude is a stud. So, Phil, my man. Morning, Rob. With the coming up Jags game, what victory margin would you say would be concerning? That's a good question. That's an interesting way to look at it. I completely see where you're coming from. If we squeak out a win over a 2-5 team, are you happy about it? I understand if people wouldn't be very satisfied with, barely beating a 2-5 team. If you lost, that would be that'd be tough for sure. I'd like to see us win by a lot, like I would every single week. But the margin of victory, if it's a one-score game, I think folks would have a right to be a little concerned. But for me personally, as long as we go down there and fly back to Green Bay with a win, I'll be happy regardless. That's just kind of how I look at it, I guess. But I know fans and other people like myself just, they'd like to see you beat a bad team. Good teams beat bad teams in the ground. And if we're a good team, we should win by a couple scores. So, Phil, I appreciate you, my man. What are you thinking? Let me know. Let me know in the comments section. What victory margin would you say would be concerning? That's a good question. Thank you, Phil. Eviction gang. You know what I don't like? How everybody keeps talking about Jordan Love throwing interceptions. Patrick Mahomes has 8. Nobody's talking about that. Rob, look how I spell love. Green Bay or no way. I noticed, my man. You clever son of a gun. You clever son of a gun. Green Bay or no way. Yeah, I have been talking about it because I like to troll a little bit. And I've always thought Patrick Mahomes is overrated. Now, I think he's the best quarterback in the league. Sure. Has he been playing like it since the start of last year? No. But am I going to bet against him come playoff time? Of course not. Especially because he's on the Chiefs. They've got a good defense. They have one of the best coaches of all time. They have arguably the best tight end of all time. And, yeah, I don't think – I'm not trying to take anything away from Patrick Mahomes. I just feel like he's always had a great cast around him, and he's a little overrated. And they've been really good, so I haven't been a huge fan of the Chiefs in general. So I'm a little biased and probably wrong, but that's kind of where I stand as far as the Mahomes comparison goes. Thank you, Eviction Gang. Green Bay or no way. Phil, anything under 2 digits. Yeah, if we win by, 1, or say we win on a last-second field goal. Yeah, I'd be happy about the win, but I'd be a little concerned for sure about us, squeaking out a win if that ends up being the case. Footy Limited, my man in the chat, 34-21. I like that. Tyler, another prediction. Packers 31, Jaguars 26. Tyler, I love that prediction. Why? Because you've got the Packers winning, of course. The Jaguars defense is near the bottom of the league in just about every category. So Jordan Love and the offense should have themselves a field day. What I'm waiting to see is how our defense defends Trevor Lawrence and the Jags offense. They've been playing pretty good over the last few weeks. Trevor Lawrence has, excuse me. And although we've got a new defensive coordinator, our defense is playing very well. After last year of constantly letting subpar quarterbacks look like MVPs against us, I'm a little scarred. So hopefully we can contain him, kind of control that part of the game. I'm going to go Packers 37, Jaguars 23. That's kind of where I'm sitting. And hopefully I'm right there. Hopefully it's a high-scoring game by the offense. Hopefully we can force some turnovers. I said it yesterday. I'm a little turnover fatigued after not having any from our defense last weekend against the Texans. It'll be 2 weeks since we've had a turnover. We got to get one this Sunday. Hopefully more than one. So Durant, my man, John Money pick 6 and an X picks. I smell a Christian Watson game. Durant, I completely agree with you. I posted last night something Zach Cruz said over on Twitter. I'm feeling like a 3 or 4 catch game, 130 yards for Christian Watson. Their safeties are not very good, especially down the field. So hopefully Christian Watson can get the ball a little more. Adam Stenovich talked about it in his presser yesterday, saying, we got to get him the ball more. It's as simple as that. So, and I wholeheartedly agree. What else we got? Lewis, what do you think of the no call last night? Well, Lewis, what a shame, right? What a shame. It couldn't have happened to a better, more well-respected team than the Vikings. I kid. As a Packers fan, I obviously have zero complaints. However, if I'm a Vikings fan, I am absolutely sick about how that game ended last night. What happened? Calling the face mask, of course, would not have guaranteed them a win. They still would have had to go down and score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion but not calling it guaranteed them a loss. So, yeah, pretty tough to witness if you're a Vikings fan. And my man Durant is feeling the same way. I don't care if the Vikings lost. I was happy when it happened, mainly from a Packers perspective. Now, if that were to happen against us, I would be fuming. So, Vikings fans, I feel your pain. I feel your pain. We've gotten hosed over the years, as has every other team, on calls that decide games. That one was so obvious. I couldn't believe they didn't call the face mask. But what a shame, right? Oh, Vikings fans, I feel for you. Kinda, not really, but kinda. All right, let's get the Packers fact of the day rolling, shall we? And it's a good one. And it's about somebody we all know and love well.
It's time for your Green Bay Packers fact of the day, brought to you by TickPick. TickPick guarantees to have the lowest prices on Packers tickets. If you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, TickPick will give you 110% of your money back. If you want $20 off your next ticket order, use the code Packers20 at checkout. That's Packers20. This promo code can only be used in the app, so be sure to download the TickPick app today.
All right, your Packers fact of the day. It's a good one, I promise you guys. Evan Williams, our beloved Evan Williams, so far this season, including every single position. Packers safety Evan Williams is currently PFF's highest rated overall rookie with a rating of 89.4 through the first 7 weeks of the season. The Packers found themselves another gem, this one coming in the 4th round of this year's NFL draft. He's just been balling out, doing his job and then some, forcing turnovers, being in the right spot, not missing any tackles, and yeah, playing every snap last weekend, the majority of the snaps the week before that. After starting off the year, not playing a whole lot. It was more so Javon Bullard next to Xavier McKinney out there. So, yeah, he's found himself a starting spot moving forward. So, shout out to Brian Gutekunst for grabbing him after teams let him somehow slide into the 4th round. Absolutely love me some Evan Williams, and good for him, man. How do you got to feel, being the second safety drafted behind Javon Bullard, who went to Georgia? Packers fans are all too familiar with Georgia players. It seems like we grab one early on in the draft just about every year. And Evan Williams was kind of an afterthought-ish throughout the first portion of training camp. And then, started to make some plays, got some turnovers during the preseason, and didn't play a whole lot to start the year. But, now he's balling out. So, shout out to Evan Williams, shout out to Brian Gutekunst, and shout out to TickPick for partnering up with myself. I used them 2 weeks ago. They guarantee the cheapest tickets on the market. It's as simple as that. No catches, no nothing. If you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, they will refund you your money 110% back. So simple as that. Download the TickPick app. Use the code Packers20 for $20 off the already cheapest tickets out there. Eviction game. Rob, love you, brother. Enjoy your drive. Enjoy your day. Drive safe, and God bless you and your family. Evan is a dog. Green Bay or no way. Eviction gang. God bless, my man. Green Bay or no way. Have yourself a fantastic Friday. Durant, McDaniel, question, when is Marshawn Lloyd coming back? That's a good question. He's been on IR. The 21-day has opened, but I've not seen anything on Marshawn Lloyd. Hopefully sooner than later, because although Emmanuel Wilson has been doing very well in the running back 2 spot, it'd be nice to see Marshawn Lloyd and get a look at what he's all about. A rookie that I was pretty excited for all offseason. Unfortunately, it's been hindered by some injuries. He had a hip injury during OTAs and minicamp, had a hamstring injury, if I remember correctly, during preseason, and then he went down with an ankle injury and has been on IR to start the majority of this season. So hopefully we'll get him back sooner than later. What else we got? Newton. Saleh learned from Rodgers. It's more fun to do football with your friends. Yes, Newton, we all know Robert Saleh and Matt LaFleur are very close. Saleh was the best man at Matt LaFleur's wedding. So goes to speak on how close they actually are. I mean, best of friends, have been for a long time. They've coached together throughout the years. And I suppose you're right. Yeah, Saleh did take a note out of Roger's book regarding joining forces with your buddies. Hopefully it doesn't go as bad as what it is going over in New York. Hopefully Saleh can stick around for more than a week. I'd love to see him on the Packers sidelines as much as possible this season. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me today as far as the show goes. But as you know, the content never stops. I'm always posting anything Packers related all day long, all over the social channels at GBP Daily. If you could give me a follow, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, YouTube, I greatly appreciate it. I'll be back and at it again Sunday for the game. So I look forward to seeing you guys then. And until then, I will catch you guys later. Thank you.